Hi everyone, it's Evangeline right here at eTrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at our Rhino Rack Roof Rack system with the 59-inch long crossbars as well as our Rhino Rack SRB legs here on our 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander. Let's say you're going on a trip with your Mitsubishi Outlander and you want to carry some extra cargo because you have all your friends and family in your vehicle, but you have other cargo that doesn't fit inside of it. Or you have cargo that you don't want inside of there, let's say things that are muddy, things that are sandy. Or if you want to carry roof rack accessories like bike racks, roof boxes, roof baskets, or even kayaks, that's where a roof rack like this comes in handy. Now this is a special system with, I would like to say, extra long crossbars, which provide extra long overhang. So if you want something that's a little bit more profile, check out this system with the 49-inch long crossbars. But if you are carrying, let's say, kayaks, or you prefer more overhang so it's easier to load and unload things off of your roof, let's take a look at this system and see if it's the right fit for you, whatever you're carrying, and your Mitsubishi Outlander. Before we take a look at our specs and our measurements, first off, I would really like to say how the Rhino Rack SRB legs look really good here on our Mitsubishi Outlander. They sit kind of lower than your usual aftermarket roof racks, and they have this nice sleek look to them, and they're custom fit for your flush side rails. So you don't really have that many options when it comes to roof racks added to your Outlander because of these side rails. So it's nice to see that this is custom fit for your vehicle, and in my opinion looks really good too. So since these are the longer crossbars, let's first take a look at overhang. So we have an overhang measuring from where that lever is to before the end cap. It sits at about 3 7/8 inches. So if you have different kayak carriers that require that extra overhang, or you just like more overhang because more crossbar space, that's how much extra you get. So this system is lockable, so you can lock all 4 of your towers with just one key. That way it cannot be loosened and it helps deter theft. You can also sort of lock your crossbars. That way if you do have anything mounted through the T-tracks, they need to get through this first. You also get 2 keys with this system, and each key can access all 4 towers. This does have a weight capacity of 165 pounds, but please be mindful when we do talk about weight capacities to consider your actual roof weight capacity. So count your roof rack system, count your accessory if you have a cargo basket, count the weight of your cargo as well, total that all up, and make sure you don't exceed your actual roof weight capacity. Now let's take a look at some measurements. So roof clearance is a very important measurement because first you want to make sure you have enough clearance from beneath your crossbar to the top of your roof. If you have large clamps, you want to make sure they're not too big where they hit your roof. If you're carrying skis, you want to make sure you have enough space for your bindings. So your measurement for roof clearance is going to be from the top of the roof to the bottom of the crossbar, about 2 3/8 inches, and the height added to your roof is going to be about 3 3.5 inches of height. So you can see that this is very low profile and doesn't add much height to your vehicle. Now we do have a crossbar spread of about 27.5 inches since we have these mounted to the inner holes, but we can move them out about 5 inches total, so you get more crossbar spread for different accessories. While we're up here though, notice where our window is on our Outlander. It's really nice to see that even if you have it on the outer hole, you're still not going to cover your window. You may still have to be mindful of whatever cargo you're carrying, especially if they have straps or things that can come down and hit your window. So be mindful of our roof measurement or roof clearance if you want to be careful about that. These are the Vortex Aero bars, which are the modern crossbars from Rhino Rack. I always like Aero crossbars if I do get a choice, just because they're designed to reduce the wind noise and the wind drag compared to your traditional round and square crossbars. Now these are Aero shaped with Vortex strips. So those are these rubber strips here at the top. You do have to take them off and then cut them to length. depending on your different T-track accessories before you put them back on. So I personally recommend picking up an extra pack of Vortex strips if you do want to get this system. That way you're ready to replace them when needed. But these cover the T-track channel of your crossbars. So if you do have accessories up here, I do recommend getting the T-track mounted accessories. That way you can fully utilize all of your crossbar length, and you won't have to worry about any clamps that may come in contact with your roof. Now with any roof rack system, I always recommend using the Moki door step with it, just because you can fit this right into your door and it gives you a little extra height and leverage as you get onto your roof, especially helpful when you need to strap down kayaks or load cargo into roof baskets or roof boxes. So the install process is very simple. This is really all you need to install one crossbar. You have your crossbar right over here. You have your SRB legs right over here, your end caps for your crossbar, your keys for your end caps, and your keys for your towers. So I already installed our rear crossbar so that we can install the front one together. So first you're gonna unlock your tower and then bring this lever down and slightly loosen it. You're also gonna wanna make sure that this mechanism stays inside your bottom, or I guess your top piece of your tower. Let's take a closer look at that. Notice how this moves up and then down. So you wanna make sure it's in the down and stowed position so that you can insert it into your crossbar. Once you do have that lever down and stowed, you can then just slide it onto your crossbar. You may have to hold on to the lever though, just so that it stays in that position. And do the same on the other side. With those towers in place, you're then ready to get up onto your roof and just very carefully set them on top of your raised rails. So there's going to be a hole at the back of your flush rail, so just try to get that lined up first before you go on to the next step. Before you tighten it down, don't forget to measure each side of your crossbar. What I do is I measure from the lever all the way out to the end of the crossbar. Try to get that measurement the same on each side so that you know your crossbars are evenly distributed. And then once they are, tighten it down. Once you have all your towers tightened down, also I recommend as you do tighten them down, do let's say 75% on this side, then finish it off on that side, then go back and finish this side off. That way they're not skewed to one way and they're kind of evenly tightened down. But once you do have them tightened down, don't forget to lock your tower so that you can't flip this lever out, and then to put the end caps back into your crossbars and tighten them down with the blue Rhino Rack security key if that's what you have. Once all 4 crossbars and all 4 towers are secured, that's it with the install. So my personal thoughts about this roof rack system is if you really like overhang, you will go with these crossbars. If you don't like having to reach too far into your roof, you'll go with these crossbars. Some people might think it's a little overkill though. They don't like how far out it sticks past your roof. That's perfectly fine. We have other options here at eTrailer. I think a good in-between would be the 54-inch long crossbars. They sit about right over there. They add overhang, not too much overhang. You do have options. But I personally really like the Rhino Rack Roof Rack system on our Outlander. I think it's really sleek. It's low profile. You get your aero bars, you get your T-track system, you get to lock everything down. It really checks off all the boxes for your adventures. So hopefully this video helped you out with deciding if this is the right fit for you, your vehicle, and also explained how to properly install it so that you are safe on the road. And that was a look here at our Rhino Rack Roof Rack system with our 59-inch long Vortex Aero Crossbars, as well as our Rhino Rack SRB legs here on our 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander.